Good morning, everyone. Welcome to City of Pasadena, Texas Council Meeting, January 4th, 2022. Karen Wallace will lead us with the invocation. Councilman Ibarra, you'll lead us with the Pledge of Allegiance. If everyone would please stand.
Please bow your heads with me. Father God, thank you for this new year we are beginning. What an incredible day this is, with a fresh year full of potential stretched out before us. Thank you for all that you've allowed into our lives this past year, the good along with the hard things, which have reminded us how much we need you and rely on your presence filling us every single day. We pray for your Spirit to lead us each step of this new year. We ask that you guide our decisions for our community to promote the common good. May we use our best skills and judgment as we consider the merits and pitfalls of each matter that is placed before us, and always act in accordance with what is best for our community and our fellow citizens. We seek to use our resources wisely and represent fairly those who have given us this task. Bless our efforts with insight, guide our understanding, and fill us with wisdom. We seek to serve with respect for all and to act honestly in all matters. As trusted servants, we seek blessings on our deliberations here today. May we be willing to see the big picture in all things, to act in accordance with our best, most ethical selves, and to grant the benefit of the doubt to others. May we be open to others' ideas and beliefs, respectful of our differences, and working together, may we find common ground to enable us to move forward with a shared purpose. May we see what is truly important and unites us, focusing on that today and all days to come. We ask all these things in your Son's most holy name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Karen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States
of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor our Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Councilman Ibarra.
I want to say Happy New Year to everybody. Congratulations to the Service Award, and happy retirement to Officer Sim. That'll pass.
Councilman Valerio.
Thank you to all the Service Award members today, and hello to everybody else, and that'll pass.
Thank you. Councilman Harrison.
Thank you, Mayor. 265 years of service, police department, and the young lady that's the service officer in the police department. Thank you for your years of service, and it's a long time, 265 years, and you kept the city safe. Thank you, sir. And also I want to thank Diana Curtis in the Controller's office. Thank her for her years of service, City of Pasadena. She is retired. And also I want to thank a promotion of Tammy Leha. She has taken over the position of payroll manager. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Councilwoman Van Hack.
The police academy that graduated in January of 1992 had 18 officers, and 8 of them are still here, which is a very good ratio. 2 of them are about to retire, but 6 are staying even longer. Thank you very much for your loyalty and your team spirit. And Happy New Year.
Thank you, Councilman Estrada.
Good morning. I too would like to congratulate and thank the service recipient. 30 years is a long time. That's a long time. And I'd like to wish well Ms. Curtis on her retirement. And again, thank you so much for your service to our city. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Councilman Bass.
Good morning and Happy New Year. I was trying to do the math. I was seeing how we got 6 guys here, but I know there's 9. So I was trying to give everybody 40-something years apiece. So everybody started when they were about 10 or something like this. Anyway, congratulations to you guys. Y'all really help us out. We really appreciate your service. And with that, I pass.
Thank you, Councilman Shanebite.
I'd like to say Happy New Year to everyone, and wish everyone a very blessed New Year with your family and friends. I too would like to congratulate our Service Award winners You are winners because you've ran the race, and you've provided service to our community, dedication to our community, sacrifice to our community, as well as your families. And to the retirees, congratulations on your upcoming retirements. May you just enjoy every moment of it. You've definitely earned it. And I'd like to also thank our volunteer firemen at this time and women. During the holidays, they spent countless hours out in the community servicing calls and doing special projects like Toys for Tots. We have a tremendous group of first responders with our police department and our volunteer fire department. So we are truly blessed, and we're blessed by having y'all. So thank you, and may God bless y'all.
Okay, that brings us down to citizens wishing to speak. Mr. Gary Worcel, you're first, sir.
My name is Gary Worstel. I'm the owner of Worstel Auction Company. Myself as well, I've been here over 32 years with the city as a city contractor. I was terminated in May of 21 for making a comment of how many Hispanics can you put in this truck, appointed to one of my employees that had been told by the Catholic Church that they would drive to the valley and bring back as many Hispanics as possible. They would be reimbursed for their services. Also followed up, sitting beside me, was Director Alan Teague. Alan Teague also made the comment, there again, everything is recorded, I've supplied everybody with a recording of this, that Alan Teague said, this truck has air conditioning, we'll drive it across the border and bring it back. There again, this is not hearsay, this is proof. Here's the vehicle, it's a SWAT truck. Alan Teague got reprimanded. He has a daughter that works in the mayor's office. I got fired. Also, the last meeting I attended, I had told the mayor that he owed me $3,600. I had supplied furniture and appliances and conference tables twice, 3 months at a time, to him. And I had talked to, on the 8th of December, to Juanita in his office, and she explained to me that that was strictly a campaign contribution. Well, I didn't know that when I did it. The mayor's never supplied me with an invoice or anything else. And it's strange that a city employee during city hours met me, had the key, I put the merchandise in there. Also, my older invoice, $6,900, Jay Dell, the city attorney, would have you believe that I lie about everything. I didn't forge Johnny Isabel's signature, nor did I say deliver this product to South Board of the City Hall. The city owes me this $6,900. There again, the city attorney would have you believe that that's not the truth and I'm lying. 32 years of service to the city of Pasadena, not lying, guys. Anybody that's been here this long knows this kind of stuff goes on. Anybody that says no, it doesn't. The pay for play is subject, exposing myself to a misdemeanor and 2 years in jail. Why would I expose myself, folks? Why would I be lying? I've had Sergeant Fickerson with Internal Affairs interview me. I recorded it, he recorded it. I don't lie, guys. Not happening. So there again, Mayor, I feel like you owe me $3,600, and also the city $6,918 for the invoice that a current employee associate judge told me to go pay this. And Sergeant Fickerson said he called this associate judge and said, did you tell Mr. Worstel to go pay this $6,900? He said, no, I would have not told.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you so much. Okay, next up is Belinda LeBlanc.
Hello, my name is Belinda. I've been volunteering and fostering at the Pasadena shelter since 2019. So I wanted to start by asking, are any of you dog owners? And have any of you adopted any of the dogs from the shelter? I've adopted 3, and I've fostered over 130 dogs from the shelter. So my passion is definitely for all the dogs to have a better life with a forever family. Some of the areas of concern that I would like to present is the many volunteers that are trained monthly, but they don't stay. Is there follow-up communication with the new volunteers so that any new areas of concern with walking are addressed to keep them so they stay? From my experience and what I've seen, there's a lot of responsibility that is put on the volunteers with the dog's overall care, and it doesn't match up to the kennel tech's accountability. On many occasions, I am cleaning kennels because I won't put the dogs back into a dirty kennel. I'm walking the dogs, and the techs are sitting in the smoke shack or in the adoption center lobby for long periods of time. But my main concern is the benefits of keeping the dogs healthy with a daily potty break that only the volunteers provide. With the daily potty break, the kennels stay clean, so the dogs don't sit in the bacteria of their poop, which causes illness that has to be treated. Less dogs have to be medicated for kennel cough and the UTIs it causes from long periods of time of being confined to the kennels. The dogs are more pleasant in the adoption visits. I've seen many times techs dragging the dogs over to the adoption visits when the dogs are trying to go to the bathroom. And I have gone into the adoption room visits during a meet and picked up the poop so the visit is more pleasant for the dog and the adopter. Another issue is the dogs that I've fostered that I've taken from the adoption side out of the kennels 29 through 36. They are small little confinement glass boxes, and there's no accessible hose to clean those. So again, the dogs, there's not adequate cleaning to keep those kennels clean, and it results again in them being sick. Any outside access is extremely stressful on the dogs, and the volunteers getting those dogs out and then to go back in, they're terrified. And several times I've had to go get kennel techs to help me get the dogs back in because they do not want to go back in that environment. I will voice my opinion that I'm extremely disappointed that more efforts was not made with the months of
Thank you.
interviews,
I
bringing
appreciate
in
it.
the new
Next up
manager.
is Debbie Hernandez-Corum.
Good morning. I'm a former volunteer at the Pasadena Animal Shelter, and I became familiar with the shelter after I adopted a dog after Hurricane Harvey in 2017. So once I retired from nursing, I started volunteering once the facility was open to volunteers. And I have done a little bit of fostering, dog walking, doing photos and videos, attending adoption events, transporting dogs to appointments and then to out of town to rescues. Have walked them at Pets Gone Wild because the shelter does use that facility to shelter dogs, and then have provided some financial support with heartworm treatment and also been a sponsor for transports out of state. So I just am here to really just kind of give some suggestions for the volunteers to try to, they can be utilized to be an asset to the employees. Right now, the volunteer orientation, it was an hour long, and then the leash training was like 5 or 10 minutes. So there was not additional training, and so it just becomes harder, to know exactly what to do in different situations that come up. So one of the things that I feel would help the volunteers return and continue being volunteers at the shelter is to be assigned to teams according to their interest. If their interest is in videotaping and photographing the dogs for the pet shelter, for Pet Harbor site, to improve those pictures that are posted on the websites to help get them adopted. And then also maybe team up with a kennel tech, and the volunteer to know what kennel tech is assigned to that section of animals so that when issues come up, they can find that kennel tech. Volunteers could be used if there's the food pantry, helping with laundry, adoption event, getting the dogs ready for the adoption events prior to them going so that they're clean and they have maybe a scarf to make them more attractive during those adoption events. Classifying the dogs, when the volunteers go in there, there's no indication of what their temperament is, and so you just have to look at the dog, and they do change. I mean, they can look very docile while they're in there, but then because they haven't gotten out.
Thank you, ma'am, I appreciate it.
Okay.
Dawn,
Let's see if you get it.
thank you.
It's guitar.
Please, I appreciate it. Please step up.
Good morning. Thank you for your years of service. That's amazing. My heart goes out to you guys every day you're out there. My name's Dawn Gateau. I am a volunteer and a foster from Pasadena Animal Shelter. I've previously worked at a veterinarian's office. I'm here to ask for the following documents be provided to help shed light on the issues at the shelter that have been ongoing for well over 2 years. First, I'd like to understand Melissa Clark's qualifications and/or certifications to be a shelter manager, right? Secondly, copy of the yearly shelter inspection per Texas Code Chapter 829. If we could get the past 3 years, I'd like to see if it was an outside veterinarian that did the inspection instead of someone that we pay or somebody in local that would be more biased. Is there a shelter advisory committee in accordance with Section 11 of the Shelter Inspection Report referencing Chapter 823.005 and 823? Who is on the advisory committee, and how are they chosen to be on the advisory, and how long is the appointment? I would really like to meet with that advisory committee and like to have a follow-on discussion because there's much more in detail information that I have to share with them. A copy of the Animal Shelter Standard Operating Procedure. How often is this reviewed and updated? Who is responsible and accountable for updating and approving? Where is the SOP updated, posted for all employees to view? Where is I'd like also a copy of the written technical or kennel tech training. I have previously witnessed a young man that was barely 20 years old that was told to fold newspapers and then thrown out literally to go take walk dogs that were twice his size and had no previous experience. Bless his heart, he didn't last but maybe 6 weeks, 8 weeks, because he was terrified of the larger dogs. Is there a vet on call 24/7? There at one point there wasn't a vet. It was floating because the vet that was there was on maternity leave. Cruelty investigator outside of the animal control officers or protocol for investigation. I'd like a copy of that because it's not real clear. I've looked on the website, cannot find it. I have personally witnessed an animal control officer aggressively hit a dog in the mouth over 8 times on a pole. And that is unacceptable, regardless of the situation of the dog's behavior, right? Knocking him in his teeth and mouth on a pole 8 times is not the way we treat animals. Is there a protocol outside of the yearly mandated inspection per the Texas Code?
Thank you, ma'am. Robert Jeter, you're up.
Look forward to seeing you at the next council meeting for the rest. Will I be able to get a copy of this, or how will I do the follow-up?
Have a seat, ma'am. Thank you.
Good morning, council. First off, with regards to some prior comments up here, I would direct y'all to the rules for meetings of city council and other public meetings of city government. Section 4, all remarks shall be addressed to council as a whole, and no questions shall be asked of council or the city's staff except to the mayor. Just keep in mind that citizen comments should be directed to council and the mayor. That helps you guys out a little bit. Additionally, as of midnight on New Year's, the redistricting boundaries all take effect. So I would advise everybody to take a look at all the different jurisdictions you might now be in. You might be surprised to find that some of the people you voted for or voted against in the past no longer aren't jurisdictional in your area. There might be quite a few surprises. I know thousands of citizens across the city are in different jurisdictions now. And so if you get surprised at the ballot box, why is my person not there? You should have gone and taken a look ahead of time. Beyond that, I think that's it. Y'all have a great meeting.
Happy New Year's. Thank you. Gregory Evans?
I'm here with Mr. Manning.
Okay, no, you're good then. You're good. Manny, you're up then.
Good morning. Happy New Year. Quick prayer that God save us from this COVID and bring us back to normal. And we pray that, it should happen soon, that we start our normal life. Amen. I'm a foreigner. Came in 1980, and today I got a good opportunity to thank the people of the United States and people of Texas for giving me a place, which is now my home for the last 40 years. So thank you for giving me a chance, and a chance to grow. I come from a political family. My family has produced 3 prime ministers, so I had a politics in my blood. And when I came in here, also I worked for the Mayor Lee Brown and Mayor Bill White in the City Hall for $1 a year salary. And people used to think I'm crazy, that I'm giving 50 hours of my time and not getting paid. The reason is because of public service. And the same thing what you are doing it, not get paid, and you serve the public. And that is incredible, that I want to thank you for your service, not only the council and the good police force in Pasadena and Deer Park. I've been here safe. I never wanted to live in Houston because of that, because I think this is the safest place. So thank you for keeping it safe. I've been in the writing since I was in college. I started a digest, which was on the Reader's Digest in 1968 when I was high school graduate. And since then, I have been writing. I wrote my first published book in 2007. I got 2 more books. They got published last year, American Political System and My Lady. And I would like to, with the permission of Mayor, would like to present my copy of a book to everybody on the council, if it's allowed. And my 2 more books are coming. One is on legal system, which might be a little controversial because it is called No Justice for Poor. And I understand that though America is the best in getting justice, I come from a country where to get an eviction, it takes you 20 years to get your property back. So here, the justice is there, but still the justice blind here, and for poor people, the justice is not as good, but hopefully, I want to tell you one thing, that this is still the best country as far as the justice is concerned. So with the permission of Mayor, if you allow me, I can come and make a presentation of my book. I know Mr. Filkington is not here. Mr. Wagner, sir, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Jonathan?
Right here.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Mr. Oliver? No, thank you. Mr. Thomas? How are you, sir? Looking very sharp today. Ms. Bianca, I met her today. Nice meeting you. Don Harrison is one of my oldest friends, about 25 years ago. And Pat, thank you. And Mr. Kelly. Thank you, man. Thank you. Please do read the book and to give you some ideas. One thing I focus is on the homeless.
Yes. Mr. Manning, thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sir. I appreciate it.
We honor all you've done for our country since you've been here. Thank you so much. Okay, it brings us down to presentation of awards.
Good morning, Mayor and Council. It's my pleasure today to recognize 9 employees for their lengthy service to the city of Pasadena. Collectively, they represent 265 years of service to the city and are being commended today for their dedication and loyalty. Unfortunately, 3 employees could not be here to join us today, but we do have 6 officers here who will each be presented with a gold engraved watch for having 30 years of service with the police department. If you all would like to stand up, and then I'm going to call your name out and we present you with your service award. Okay, first we have Officer John Elders. Do the little handshake thing, and here's your letter. Oh, sorry, here's your letter from the mayor. Thank you. Okay, we have Officer Kenneth Genther, I'm sorry. And we have Sergeant Glenn Shavers, sorry. I get nervous and mess up everyone's name, I apologize. Officer Scott Shaver.
Hey, Sarge, get back up here and get your picture real quick. There we go. Thank you.
Here you go, sir. Officer John Sim. Here you go, sir. All right. And Sergeant Kenny Urban. Again, please join me again in congratulating these employees for their dedication and commitment to the city of Pasadena. Thank you again for your 30 years of service.
If you want to, y'all may go back to work or sit here and watch the rest of the council meeting. It's up to y'all. But feel free, if y'all want to, y'all may exit. It's not rude. You bet. There you go. Okay, council, bring down the presentation of minutes, December 21st, 2021, 6 p.m. Motion Ibarra, second by Harrison. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Brings down the progress payments. Motion Shanebine, second by Bass. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Finance resolutions. Motion Ibarra, second by Estrada. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? All right, brings it down to personnel changes A. Got a motion by Bass, second by Shanebine. Any questions?
Mayor.
All in favor? Go ahead.
I voted no on the first reading on the capital improvement plan. And
We're still on personnel, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No worries, no worries. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, on financial changes, personnel changes B, I'm gonna step out of the council meeting, call a council meeting. Mayor Pro Tem will step in and carry on the duties.
Thank you, Mayor. Council, on item B, Finance Department employees. I need a motion. Do what? Oh. Second. I thought you wanted me to move. Second, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor, aye, say aye.
Aye.
No. Motion passes. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay. Our council meeting is concluded. Now we're open back to the council meeting. Brings us down to final readings. Madam Secretary, and this is where you'll come in.
Ordinance 2021-221. Ordinance 2021-222. 2021-223. 2021-224. 2021-225. 2021-226. 2021-227.
Motion by Ibarra, second by Shanebine.
Mayor.
Any questions? Go ahead, sir.
I'm voting no on 223, the capital improvement.
223, no. Let me write this down.
Improvement plan. I voted no on the first time, but I can't support it at the moment. due to there was overlay in Golden Acres, and it's only south of Sycamore, which is right outside my district. So I just have some concerns with that, and so at the moment, I'm voting no for it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Passes. Brings us down to first readings, Madam Secretary.
Ordinance 2022-1, an ordinance authorizing and approving annual consulting agreement by and between the City of Pasadena, Texas and Gallagher Benefit Services Incorporated for consulting services for the period of January 1st, 2022 to December 31st, 2022 for a total of $126,000 and appropriating the amount of $94,500 for fiscal year 2022. Ordinance 2022-2, an ordinance authorizing a lease agreement for milling equipment with Pitney Bowes Incorporated using the buy board contract number 57618 in the amount of $18,543.60 annually. Ordinance 2022-3, an ordinance amending ordinance 2020-87 employee handbook by amending chapter 14 attendance and leave to add section 1417 military leave time account, providing an effective date, providing a repealing date, providing a savings clause, and providing a severability clause. Ordinance 2022-4, an ordinance authorizing and approving contracts between the City of Pasadena, Texas and Battleground Concrete items 1 through 23 and Bay Area Rental items 5 through 14 for the purchase by the City of Pasadena of ready-mix U-cart and curbside cement for a period of 1 year. Ordinance 2022-5, an ordinance amending ordinances 2021-120 with authorizing and approving an agreement with the Public Management Incorporated for administrative planning services for American Rescue Plan ARP Act Program CIP WW074 to update fee schedule under Section 5, the consultant's compensation. Ordinance 2022-6, an ordinance authorizing renewal of PCS lease agreement approved by Ordinance 2001-107 for use of water tower located at 7600 Red Bluff Road in Pasadena, Texas, by and between the City of Pasadena, Texas and Sprintcom Incorporated.
Motion Ibarra, second by Bass. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Brings down the resolutions.
Resolution 2022-1, a resolution accepting an in-kind donation of prizes for bingo valued at $150 from Colonial Oaks Assisted Living and Memory Care, Pasadena, for use by the Parks and Recreation Department in connection with Madison Job Senior Center. Resolution 22-2, a resolution accepting an in-kind donation of snacks for movie and snack event valued at $85 from Encompass Rehab Hospital of Pearland for use by the Parks and Recreation Department in connection with Madison Job Senior Center. Resolution 22-3, a resolution accepting a check donations of $5,000 and $10,000 from Albemarle Foundation for use by Volunteer Pasadena in connection with the Pasadena Food Drive. Resolution 2022-4, a resolution of the City of Pasadena, of the City Council of the City of Pasadena, Texas, amending Resolution 2015-43 and adopt the American with Disabilities ADA Act Accessibility and Section 504 Rehabilitation Act of 1973 policy reflecting requirements of Title II state and local government of the ADA regulation and 29 U.S.C. 794 non-discrimination under federal grants and programs. Resolution 2022-5, a resolution authorizing approving a grant application by the City of Pasadena, Texas for $367,700 for the 4586 Texas Severe Storms Hazard Mitigation Grant Program, HMGP, for an emergency generator at the animal shelter. Resolution 2022-6, a resolution authorizing and approving a public auction for the sale of abandoned and confiscated vehicles and surplus city vehicles and equipment to be held on the following Saturdays in 2022. January 22nd, March 19th, May 21st, July 16th, September 17th, and November 19th, beginning at 9 a.m. at the Fleet Maintenance Facilities, 3124 Red Bluff Road, Pasadena, Texas. Publication of the auction notices authorizing the auctioneer's 6% fee of the sale for abandoned and confiscated vehicles and 6% of the sale for surplus city vehicles and equipment, and allowing for a 5% buyer's premium to be added to the final purchase price. Resolution 2022-7, a resolution authorizing the mayor on behalf of the Pasadena Office of Emergency Management to accept a grant from Motiva Enterprises 2021 First Responder Grant Program for the purchase of an unmanned aircraft system, UAS, for public safety for the use and enhanced situational awareness. Resolution 2022-8, a resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to execute right of entry agreement with Lyndale Basil Company. Resolution 2022-9, a resolution regarding implementation of a wastewater pretreatment program under the city's Code of Ordinances, Article 5, Chapter 37 and 40, CFR Part 403, Environmental Protection Agency General Pretreatment Regulations in accordance with all applicable state and federal laws. Resolution 2022-10, a resolution authorizing the mayor or his designees to execute documents related to flood infrastructure fund intent to apply form. Resolution 2022-11, a resolution authorizing the Pasadena Police Department to enter into an agreement with the United States Army Ceremonial Rifle Program for the purchase of receiving loaned and/or donated excess M1 rifles to be assigned to the Honor Guard team for ceremonial use.
Motion by Barr, second by Bass. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Thank everybody for coming out. This meeting adjourned. God bless.